Good evening, everybody. Today we'll be going over the play Much Ado About Nothing. It will be a compare and contrast video. And in this video, we'll be going over these contents, which will be the synopsis, which is a summary of the play, a comparison, which would be a comparison between the play version and the film version, which is also the similarities. Then we'll go over the contrast version, which is the contrast between the play version and the film version. This will be the differences. So number one, our synopsis. And in this one, we'll be asking the question, what is Much Ado About Nothing about? The main points in this play is that it is essentially a romantic comedy. It follows after the war has ended, where the Prince of Aragon brings back his soldiers to Messina, and one of his followers, Claudio, takes interest in Hero. Hero is the daughter of the governor, Leonato, and he asks for her hand in marriage. However, when this news was spread, not everyone was happy with Claudio's interests. Therefore, they were jealous and they tried to sabotage this relationship and ensure that they were not meant to be married together. Then we also have Beatrice and Benedict. Beatrice is the cousin of Hero, and her uncle is Linato. Benedict is also part of this band with Prince of Aragon and Claudio. Both of these individuals do not care for love and they simply do not really enjoy it. And when they are together, they both hate each other in a way and they tend to bicker a lot. However, when their friends notice this, they try to get them together because they see the chemistry that they have together. So they try to trick them into thinking that they both like each other. And therefore, they end up together and they try to they figure out that, oh, he likes me, she likes me, so I like them back, you know? And with Claudia and Hero, they go through their ups and downs, and one of the main protagonists, which will be antagonists, will be Don John. Don John, which is also the other so-called prince of Aragon, and he essentially sabotages this relationship and says that Hero is impure and she slept with another man that is not Claudio before the wedding that they were supposed to have. And Claudio believed this. However, upon wedding day, he denied her marriage, saying that she was impure and that really hurt her. And in the end, Hero ended up dying, and Beatrice and Benedict were both on Hero's side and said that it's all Claudio's fault. And Don John believed that he had the rat and that he had won and ensured that this sabotage was successful. However, with Win finding out that Hero had died, Don John and his crew ended up figuring out had to apologize because they were caught in their lie, and saying that Hero was impure wasn't actually the truth. And so once Claudio found this out, after he had said everything that was harmful and hurtful to her, he really regretted it, but he couldn't say anything because Hero had died. However, when her father Linato, when Claudio came to him and said, "Punish me," he ended up marrying her off to Hero's cousin, so-called cousin. And once they got married, he figured out that the cousin that he was marrying was actually still Hero. And the whole portray was to get those people who were lying and told Hero to come out. So next we'll be going on to our comparison, which are the similarities between the play and the film. So some of the similarities you see in the play and in the film is that Hero and Claudia have a belief to be together. They have a love at first sight, they believe they're soulmates type of feeling, both seen in the play and in the film. The fighting between Beatrice and Benedict and the love that they have is both seen very well in the play and in the video as well. The play and the film, my apologies. Then we have Beatrice and Benedict are told they like each other by their friends. This is their friends tricking them into saying they love each other and talking amongst each other. You can see this well in the play, how they plan it out, and then in the movie, how they execute it out. And you also see their reactions as well. Then you also have that the play and the film follow a basic format of the play. Since the play is the original, the movie follows a very good play layout because it doesn't really miss anything big. The only things you'd be missing were maybe a few lines here and there, but majority of the time, the play and the film are very similar because it follows the format. Then you also have that both of the play and the film are both at the same setting in Messina. And then you have Don John's plans trying to sabotage them, telling Claudio that, oh yeah, she slept with another man, she's impure, she's lying, and all that. And that's seen both very well in the play and in the film. Then you have Claudio's personal feelings after the truth was discovered, and the truth being Don John's plans was sabotage and he was lying the entire time, and the guilt that Claudio felt during this time was very prevalent in the play and in the film. Next up, we'll be going over our contrasts. In this, we'll be asking what is the differences between the play and the film. So in the play is more focused on comedy. It relies on the language to understand, and it is a novel. You have to rely reading between the lines, understand what is going on, what is being said. And then you have an in-depth progression of what is going on in the play, so you'll get more understanding of the symbolism. For example, the mask that we saw when they were at the party, you can't really see that in the film. And then you have that 16th century clothing style, since that's where the setting was placed. Then in the film, it was more focused on the romantic side of the play. It had comedy here and there, however, it was more focused on building up that romance. It also had a shorter script because majority of the lines were taken out. Then it also provided visual support. So you are also able to see Beatrice and Benedict come together, and you can see the chemistry on screen. You can also see Don John's plans and his visuals in the background, seeing him come up and make his sabotages. Then it also provided a faster pacing because of that shorter script, and also a faster pacing to keep that active audience engaged in the film. And with the clothing, it is more modernized, not really 16th century. They were more flowy, white, but the men were a little more closer in the 16th century. However, it was still modernized. Then in the film, it also had a different introduction into the film. So in the play, it goes straight from when the men come back from war. However, in the film, it starts out blank with Beatrice doing a monologue that's not seen until later on in the play. And the introduction provided a smooth, soft, grounded introduction and then goes into that play's intro. The film is also very superficial, the superficial aspect being focused on the main parts of the play. Like I said before, you won't be able to go more in depth. Like you wouldn't understand that symbolism behind the mask unless you do a deep analyzation while you're watching it. However, it's just first appearance. It's just, oh, it's maybe like a masquerade ball or something that you would see. However, there's much more meaning that is seen in the play than in the film. And that is all that I have for you today. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.